My MegaMart, best value by far.
Hi guys!
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back to the MegaMart show. I'm so excited to be here, especially because today we are going to be featuring our unsung heroes of this time, our fathers. Yes, we are going to dedicate this show to just, celebrating and honoring all the fathers out there who are very instrumental in shaping our world as we know it and are a source of incredible love and joy.
And support.
And
Fun times and wrestling.
and guidance
rumble tumble.
and provision
I just love our dads, can I tell you?
and excitement and laughter. And
All the good
so
stuff.
that is what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to be
Talking to
Sloan
Jackson.
He
head of
is
business.
the head of business at BMW/Mini Jamaica, and he will be talking about, moments in fatherhood, his incredible journey so far, and probably he can give us some tips on, what it takes to be a great dad. So stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Oh, hey guys, I'm Chef Samantha George, and here at MegaMart, they have a ton of wines. Red wines, white wines, rosés, Chardonnays, Sauvignon Blanc. You got to come here, guys. Remember to come and enjoy the MegaMart experience where you can find all of this and so much more. There is a wine for everyone. I'm Chef Samantha George. See ya.
So we're joined by Mr. Sloan Jackson. How are you, sir?
I'm great.
So
Thank
happy
you.
to have you with us today.
Thank you guys very much.
Okay, so he is a dad, of course, and more specifically, he's a girl dad.
Yes.
Isn't that so sweet? I think that.
Aren't you dying? Are you dying for the boy now?
Yes.
Be honest. Be honest.
Yes, I'm being honest. But, the most important thing was getting the first child, and having a healthy child was the main thing.
Yeah.
And having a girl has made it totally different.
Do you think having a girl has made you softer a little bit more,
No, actually,
No?
quite the opposite. I feel like I'm a little bit more involved than I would have probably been if it was a boy. Like a boy, you tend to allow them to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make her figure out too much on her own.
Okay, so you're hands-on.
Yeah.
Oh, but before we get into all of that,
Sure.
tell us about yourself.
So I'm born and raised in Jamaica. Went to Mona Prep first, went to Arden, went to UA.
Ooh, Arden. Hey, alma
Yes.
mater.
There you go. Hey.
Yes. Hey, I'm
No,
I have Arden
this
friends
is not for you. This is not for you.
Right. Played a lot of basketball at Arden. That's what Arden was famous for.
Okay.
Was on a couple of those teams that did very well. It also helped hone my competitive nature. One of the other things, of course, is just like going into business, that competitive side. Going into the car business helped. I didn't start in the car business though. I started out, strangely enough, my first job was working with JMB
Okay.
when they were going public, which was a whole different experience than what I thought work was.
Yeah.
My second job actually was working in reptile research, which I've been doing since I was like 15.
So you studied, did you do that at UTech?
Yeah, at
UWI?
UWI, yeah.
Okay.
But I've been doing that for the last like 25 years. And
Reptile research, you said?
yes, so if you don't know what a lizard or snake is and you carry it to you and they're trying to figure it out, they'll probably call me to figure it out.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
interesting.
And we've been doing a lot of that for the last like couple of years. Like we're going into places, exploring that, like, looking for new species. Like when they're opening the roads, we have to clear the roads, stuff like that. So we have to check if the
So
areas.
all the Hellshire crocodiles, you're some way involved in that at some point.
Not really. There are a lot of other people involved, but if there's things that they don't know and they think that reptiles that they can't identify, then I'll get a call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting. So you definitely passed this down to your daughter as well, I'm assuming.
Absolutely.
So she's not afraid of like lizards.
She'd
and
have a chest.
She's like touching everything.
She has her own snakes. She has her own frogs. It's a really interesting dynamic, and she's been this way from she's been like one.
How
Yeah.
old is she? How old
She's
is
four. She's gonna be 4 in like a week and a half.
And she has her own snakes and
Own
her
snake,
own frogs.
own frog, and it's a real problem. Like the snakes that I have are not pets. They're there for research, but one is a pet for her, I
Yeah.
guess. And every time I'm doing the measurements and checking on data, I have to give her snake, and then I get to deal with the rest of them. Take back her snake.
That is very interesting. Okay. So, what is it like being a girl dad? I know you said you're more hands-on.
It's not what I expected at all.
What did you expect?
I don't know. I mean, look, I've always wanted a boy. And I figure, like with my lifestyle, I spend a lot of time outdoors. I spend a lot of time in the bush. Spend a lot of time being competitive, playing the sports. So I figured, that's an easy transition with a boy.
And we would think that boys would have a more appreciation for the reptile things
Yeah,
that you do, right?
Anything, insect related, anything else like that, then fine. They're all for it. But girls are the complete opposite.
Yeah.
And as you said, you figure you have to be soft, you have to do all of that. So, it's a weird dynamic for me. But, she's into the sports with me. She's into the reptiles with me. She's very much all about her father when it comes down to a lot of things. I mean, yes, she still loves her mom and she's still on her mom for a lot of things. But, the other stuff, it's all me.
Yeah.
And anytime, of course, her mother tells her to do something that she doesn't want to do, she comes straight to me.
Daddy.
So that's another dynamic that I'm trying to figure out because I can't say yes
Yeah.
in those moments, right? I want to, and I like having a little company. But, if I said yes when mommy said no, then, it's a problem.
What were the hardest moments when she was a newborn? Like, was it the crying? Was it the peeing the bed? Was it the...
No, because she was actually a fairly decent kid. The hardest thing was, like, getting her to sleep by herself. Still hard because she doesn't do it much.
Yeah. You're up in the night swaddling, rocking, trying everything.
She doesn't want to sleep by herself, but she has a pet snake.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's very weird. It's a weird dynamic. And the other thing is, like, like when she was a lot smaller, it's just like, handling her when she was smaller. So, like, nobody prepares you as a father for something like that when you're dealing with a child in the early stage. Like, you deal with children, at our various stages of like active ages.
Yeah.
Right. But, to deal with a newborn child, and I mean, when she was born, I spent the first week with her primarily by myself because she was in the intensive care.
NICU?
Yeah, NICU.
Oh, okay.
And her mom actually couldn't come in and out as much because she was also, being taken care of. So I spent a lot of the very early stages with a child that's like 9 pounds.
Yeah.
Getting that
Did you cry?
bond.
Yeah.
Just like very emotional.
Yeah. It's first child.
Yeah.
Those things happen.
That's awesome. Did
What
you
does
bottle
she-
feed and change the diaper too?
Everything. First bottle feed,
He's
first change, everything.
He's a very involved dad.
Yeah.
I
I
try
like
to
to
be.
he's hands-on.
Try to be.
What does she call you? Daddy? Dada?
Yeah, she called me daddy.
Daddy.
Yeah,
Do you-
primarily daddy.
do
She
you
has
remember-
another name for me now, but I don't like it, so I'm not gonna use it.
Do you remember the first time she said daddy?
Yeah.
What
She
was
said
that?
daddy. I think she said daddy before she said mommy. It was just like da or something like that, but I'll take it. So, yeah.
But even though I think the D is easier for them to... I
Probably.
think it's statistically,
And
they
also,
tend to say that
I was
first.
coaching it in like every day
Yeah.
before she started to talk. I was like, daddy,
Daddy. Okay.
So probably that had something to do with it.
And how did you feel like? What was like?
Well, I missed it because she did it when I wasn't at home.
Oh, no.
But they filmed it and they sent it to me, and it was cool. And then she did. I was also there for like first. So the first walk was also pretty cool because we never expected it, and she walked right over. So that was also pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So how do you manage?
That one I was there for
the second one. How do you manage your time as the head of business at BMW?
Yeah.
And being a hands-on father at the same time? How?
Because you're away for
And
like...
a reptile
Yeah.
connoisseur.
So like you segmented. So I've been doing the business now for 18 years. And one of the main goals that I had originally before I had children, I mean, I'm doing all this work for my children
Yeah.
and for my unborn children that I'm yet to have. My main reason for doing it is to be able to do stuff for them that I never had when I was a child. So I prioritize being able to spend the time, pick up from school, drop off from school. And there are days when she needs me more. And my team knows that she's going to need me more. I spend more time with her.
Yeah.
I also try to balance it because then I spend a lot of time at work outside of her active time. So, sometimes I'm working into the night. After I put her into the bed, and my team will tell you, they'll get a message at like 2 o'clock in the morning, which is not the easiest thing for them to deal with. But I also have a very capable team. And that's one of the other things that I built up before she was born is just having a very capable team, training my team, teaching them all the things that they need to know and still just being there for them.
Yeah.
When there's a moment that, needs more experience.
Okay, so one tip that you give to fathers is to just have a network or resource of people that you can draw on for help.
Yeah.
So you're not
by
one
yourself.
person doing everything.
And that they understand.
And segmenting your days and your time.
I'll be honest with you, I'm in a much different space than most fathers. Most fathers are not going to have that resource
The leverage,
to be away from work all the time. But if you plan for it, you have a better chance.
Right.
And if you prioritize certain things and your company works with you. Because nobody wants to not help you with your child.
Yeah.
They want to do everything that they possibly can to allow you to do the most with your child.
I think fathers should negotiate with their bosses to get that specific time to, let them go off early to pick up their kids, to go to PTA meetings and sports. Like, we can do it as a society. We create the rules. So learn how to bend the rules a little bit and negotiate make it beneficial for both your boss
Yeah.
and yourself.
I think we're making steps toward that. Remember the paternity leave that,
Yeah,
just-
that recently, yeah. That's a
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, because I mean, majority of the time, it's just the mother at home by herself. And I mean, yeah, you get to work, but it's not the same. You're
Yeah.
only bitter.
Yeah.
Right.
And another lesson I learned quickly, I'm going to share with the dads out there. I was reading somewhere on Instagram, and this guy was sharing that, like, when you're putting your kids to bed, just placate them with,
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you.
Did you see that
I
post?
saw that one. Yeah, that's really good.
I thought it was impeccable. Because
Yeah.
men, they're busy working and making the money, but they often forget that the kids don't really necessarily need that per se. You're protecting
Well,
your
they
kids and
probably
you're...
don't really understand that aspect of it.
Right.
Right.
Just a few words of encouragement at bedtime in the morning.
Yeah, change
You
the
agree,
whole thing.
right?
Yeah, man, change the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you tell your daughter?
Oh, she stays up till I come home, so that's another tricky part. But
Yeah.
like the last thing is, daddy loves you,
Yeah.
and you can get to bed now.
Like, yes, it's good.
So, tell me one major lesson you would have learned from your father.
So, I mean, it's a weird thing. My father left us when I was 3. And one of the things that I saw in his absence is the things that I would have wanted for myself. I also saw, other fathers and other father figures, with their families, because I grew up in a gated community. Well, not gated, but like an enclosed community. And basically you learned what you wanted for yourself and then what you want to provide for your child. So the lessons that he actually taught me is the stuff that I learned in his absence.
Right.
I mean, I've learned a lot of things from him since he's been back in my life for like the last 20 years. But mostly it's just the stuff that I wanted as a child that I didn't have, the things that your father is supposed to be there for, the things your father is supposed to show you, things that you should learn first from them rather than learn it from somebody else. So yeah, that's the most important thing I learned.
What is your greatest fear in regarding to your daughter? Like,
Just not being there when she needs me the most.
okay.
Whenever like you want to be there at the moment of, like, you don't want to be there for every single thing. You want them to learn. There's a difference between guide and teach. And I learned that a long time ago. Guide is when they're learning something and you're helping them along. Teach is you're doing it for the first time.
Right.
Right.
So like when she's going along on her own path, fine. But if she's in a moment of need, I want to be there.
Okay.
That's my biggest fear.
And with that said, how do you want to be remembered by your daughter?
I want to be
When
the
she-
first step towards generational wealth for my family. And I want her to never go through the struggle that I did. I know it's
Okay.
tough because if you don't go through the struggle and you don't understand it,
Yeah.
and you might take it for granted.
Yeah.
But I think with the stuff that we can do together, she'll have that lesson, but does not have to live through it like I did.
Yeah.
Right.
My father-in-law was like that.
Yeah.
He passed away. He worked and created, in
The
a
first
sense,
base.
generational
Yeah.
wealth, and where my husband and I are benefiting from that today.
Perfect.
So I'm
That's
grateful
exactly-
for that. Because like,
I
if you
want
never
that.
set up the insurance and you never do this, we would
It
been
would have been much, much harder.
yeah.
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 But also just gives her a lot of options. Like, all of us were limited to either set occupations or set schools and set, returns from that. But if she wants to do anything that's at a wider range, she should be able to.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to allow her to do that.
You sound like
that
an
is so
amazing
nice.
dad.
No, I try.
And on the topic of Father's Day, we like to celebrate and we like to gift. And a lot of persons are having a hard time choosing gifts for men.
Yeah,
You
is
usually
it
go for the
cologne
same things, it's
or is it
cologne,
food?
or probably
Or socks and
tie
ties.
or
Yeah,
socks.
nobody wants those.
Yeah,
He's preempted us.
Nobody wants
He's
it, so-
preempted us.
I'll be
What are
honest
you-
with you. Okay, every man is not used to getting a gift. If you're a real man, you're not used to getting a gift. So getting
Right.
any gift at all is going to be interesting.
Yes.
And we're never going to turn down a gift. We're going to take it. We're going to wear the tie. We're going to wear the socks. We're going to do all of that. Probably we don't have enough ties and probably don't have enough socks. However, like for me, and I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for every single father. A full tool set around the house is a nice thing to have. Because when you're always trying to look for screwdrivers or hammers or anything else like that, it's a nice thing to have.
With a box to put it in.
Like a very set tool set. Not like a one-off weird set, like a proper tool set.
okay.
Because especially if the man's a handyman around the house, or you ask him to fix everything. It's hard to fix everything if you don't have your tools.
Right.
Right.
Another thing is stuff that are personalized. You don't have a lot, especially as a father. Nothing in the house belongs to you. Right? I don't even have my own car. The car that I have apparently is her car, and I'm just her chauffeur.
And the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So to have stuff that's personalized to you, like your name on a pen or your name on a keyring or like I have a keyring with just the pictures of her on it. It's mine. It has my name on the back. It's fine. It's one of the only things I have that belong to me, apparently. So that's cool. The other
Okay.
thing is I would say that everybody's different and each year brings different things and there are different needs that you'll have. If you spend the time, because a man is never going to tell you what he wants, and if he's really about it like I am about it, then he's never going to want anything really. but you'll learn the things that he doesn't have and the things that he wants. And sometimes it's simple stuff, very simple stuff. So you just pay attention to that and, you know, ask the question.
Yeah.
All right, so
All
there
right.
you go. We have
Lots of
interesting
great
gift
notes.
ideas for the fathers of Father's Day. Mr. Jackson, it was a pleasure
Yeah.
having you on the
Thank
show today. I hope that you have a great Father's Day with your
Hopefully.
little one.
Yeah.
And, you know, just all the best. Thank you for
you.
being a great father and
Thank
role
you.
model, I guess, for all the fathers out there. And we'll be right back after this. We're going to check out some exciting gifts for Father's Day. Stay tuned. And welcome back. We have with us a number of gift items for fathers for Father's Day. I am excited for these things, probably a little bit more excited than other days.
Yeah.
Because these are just interesting and unique.
So what do we have here?
We have here a massaging neck reliever, and I think I would really want this for myself. You know, there are hardworking dads out there. Some of them are on their feet, you know. a lot of
And
them
sitting at the
do-
computer with their neck in a bad position for
Right,
hours.
and
So,
a lot of them even work out and stuff. So these things would definitely come in handy. It's a massaging neck reliever. It has 6 electric pulse models, and you can take it with you. It's rechargeable. It has heat therapy as well. So this is an interesting little gift that you can give to your dad when he's home and relaxing on a Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
And as we speak about working out and stuff, we have these Body Benefits Meet Your Personal Masseuse. This is interesting.
I like this because it takes the guesswork out of, because my hands are like very dainty and like I can't do much. So I can just use this and massage my husband for Father's Day, and I think he would appreciate this. He can do the face, acupuncture, muscles, soft touch, scalp, the whole works.
Okay, because it comes with a number of
Attachments.
removable pieces that you can use for the different things. So facial,
Yeah.
for your hair, for your muscle. Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
This is nice. And then we also have a foot massage collection. This RBX Live Life Active. They have a number of items that are good for relaxation,
Yeah.
and unwinding and massaging and pampering, and I don't know which man doesn't like to be pampered, right? So we have a number of these items from this collection. We also
And this
have
manicure.
the muscle massage collection, and we have the 5-piece deluxe manicure set.
Which of course the wives are gonna have to use because they love that.
Yeah, it's all about
I get this from my
pampering the
husband and he
gentleman.
never uses it. You know who uses it? I.
But you have to use it on
I
him.
give him the pedicure, yeah.
Right,
so
right.
present it to him and say with a heart, like, I love you. We have an appointment for a pedicure.
That's nice. That's thoughtful. And speaking about luxury and pampering, these heated massaging seat cushion would be great for dads who, are at the office all the time or have a home office. And, sometimes the back gets a little bit and the posture is, And so we have the heated massaging seat cushion. It has heat, massage, and it helps to support.
Yeah.
And I believe you can change the levels and the how fast it vibrates and stuff. This is interesting. This is cool.
Yeah,
this
this
is cool. I know that dads would appreciate something like this.
For sure.
Even I would appreciate something like this. This is nice.
And of course, you guys, there's an array of other gift items that you can get at MegaMart, from kitchen utensils to home and renovation utensils, screwdrivers, the whole works. So just
Like
go there
these
and check it out.
grill
Grills for the summer coming up.
And your
And-
little blender, because we like to make our smoothies
Yeah.
and our matcha things and stuff like that.
Check it out.
So we have a number of items at MegaMart. There's so many more gift items there. We have our tool sets and all those little things that you could, mugs that you can personalize, and so much more. Of course, we always give you the best value by far. We always give you all those options. So be sure to go into the store and check them out for this Father's Day. And with that said,
We're gonna go into
we're
the
gonna go on a
kitchen.
break, but we're gonna come back in the kitchen because Sam is going to put together a nice little Father's Day dinner that you can share with your loved one. So we'll be right back after this.
I'm Chef Samantha George, and I love to buy my tomatoes at MegaMart. I can can always count on the quality and freshness of all their produce. And so can you. So you want quality and freshness all the time? Come and enjoy the MegaMart experience where you can get all these items and so much more. I'm Samantha George. See ya.
So we're in my favorite place, the kitchen. Chef Sam is going to prepare a nice little meal for Father's Day. This is an idea, or these are ideas for you that you can prepare for Dad on when that special day comes. So Sam, what are you preparing, and why do we have Sloan in the kitchen?
Because Sloan is Mr. Vibe Master. So I had to drag him in just for some encouragement and...
So he's sous chef
Yes.
Sloan today.
Yes,
Hand over
I
the
recruited
ingredients.
him
That's it.
to be my sous chef for today.
What are we preparing?
All right, so I'm gonna do 3 simple recipes for y'all. I'm gonna break it down for those who want to impress, but not stay too long in the kitchen sweating.
Okay.
So I took it from that approach. Quick meals that you can get done in
But it's
under
still
15,
fancy.
but it's still fancy. We're gonna do a caprese bite, which is just a caprese salad, which is a European salad with mozzarella, tomatoes, garlic, the works. I'm gonna show you a little trick to take it up a notch in terms of the flavor. Then I'm gonna do some pan-seared ribeye steak with a little bit of shrimp and mushrooms. We're gonna go through that really quickly.
That sounds really manly. Steak and shrimp.
The carnivore. Yes, caveman. And then we're gonna finish up with a couple desserts that we pulled off the shelves at MegaMart. As you know, MegaMart has an extensive bakery
holy
aisle
of
with
pastry.
imported and locally made desserts. So if you don't wanna flex that muscle so much with baking from scratch, MegaMart's got you. We have
Nice
some
and
tarts
ready.
and cakes that we're gonna just show you how to just dress up and present it to your father.
Okay.
Appetizer, entree, and dessert.
Love it. Let's get
All right,
into
let's
it.
get into it. So for the caprese, you ever had a bruschetta?
Yeah.
Or bruschetta? You know, the Italians, they will
That's
have me now.
Italian,
They will
yeah.
have me. Let's pass the apron for Sloan here real quick.
Okay.
So we're gonna grab one of my favorite aprons. You can just tie it on the back there, halfway.
Let me help you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So we're just gonna grab our bowl. We're gonna use a metal bowl for this one. Don't mind it, guys, a little beat up, but you know, it's love. It's lots of cooking.
Lots of good.
I'm gonna just pour some cherry tomatoes in that we grabbed, freshly made. Sloan, just grab the oil and drizzle that up.
Drizzle up.
Drizzle it up.
Not too much.
A couple teaspoons. All right, that's good. And then I'm gonna get a torch.
All right.
Get your father's one of these.
Yeah, man. It looks fancy.
It's grilling in a can.
I think he would enjoy doing
No,
that.
no. Go ahead. I should consider professional. Professional first. It's
He
nice to
doesn't
watch
want
the
to burn
professionals
down
work.
our kitchen today. Not today. Okay, let's
All
go.
right. All right, so we have our tomatoes and olive oil, and I'm gonna let you shift gears. You butter the bread.
Okay.
We have this really nice garlic-infused baguette that we picked up in the freezer section at MegaMart as well. So we're just gonna rub this up with some good old fats, some yummy butter, get it toasted into a nice crostini. Renee, you can start. Why are you looking so puzzled?
What is a crostini?
It's just a toasted baguette.
Okay, there
like a biscuit, a crunchy cracker.
Okay.
But it's made with baguette.
What do you want me to do?
All right, so now we're gonna add some onions. We got some sliced onions over there. Let's pour it in. Rub it up with the oil. You can use these. Make sure it's well lubricated. We want this to be well oiled because we're gonna torch it. We're gonna burn the skins, add some charred flavor. It's a faster way to grilling,
Okay.
but in a bowl. So it's very easy, guys. Just turn it on this way, get the gas out,
Let's go.
and torch. In fact, do you wanna try?
No, I want to watch.
Okay, so you just go like this and you just keep going. You can go until you see the skin starts charring. So we want the blisters. That's good. Are you smelling it?
Yeah.
All right, and that's it. Now we're gonna season it now. You can pop these in your fryer. Then I'm just gonna tear some basil in there, basil, and then we have fresh mozzarella balls. Just dunk it in. Put some salt on the
I got you.
All right, this looks hot. I use a little bit of vegetable oil because it has a high smoke point. Then I'm gonna finish off with a lot of butter.
go.
All right, so we dropped the steak in our hot cast iron. It's well seasoned. I'm just gonna get it brown on both sides. Pop it in the air fryer for a couple minutes, just to bring the internal temperature up to 145, which is medium well. And I'm gonna use my handy dandy temperature probe. You guys see me with this all the time. It takes the brain out. Grab this for Father's Day as well, and you won't regret it. All right, so let's do that now. All right, Sloan, so we're gonna plate up our appetizer.
Oh, wow.
So you do the honors.
Oh, come
You
on.
can grab 2 spoons, or you can use 1.
Okay.
All right, you do 1, I do 1.
Sure.
All right, so you just spoon it on, very simple. All right, guys, so the steak is almost ready. It's at a 125. We measured.
Yes.
So we're gonna leave it for a couple more minutes, and then we're gonna just quickly saute some mushrooms and shrimp to add that surf and turf element. The mushroom is gonna add an earthy, umami flavor. The oily top, we're gonna keep all the residual bits in there, because that's flavor. We're gonna start off with enough butter. There we go.
Oh, yes.
Gonna pour the garlic in. Everything's gonna cook up very quickly. So we're literally adding everything
One time.
one time.
Oh, no, ready.
Just
Let
toss that
go.
in there. Just give it a zhuzh. Just get everything nicely coated in the butter. So normally I would put the steak back in and coat it, but we're just gonna go ahead and do it to the shrimp and the mushroom. And then just top everything off. So we're gonna season with salt. You wanna season every element of the dish individually. So even though we salted the steak, you still have to salt the shrimp
Right.
as well.
Sous
We're gonna
chef
do
number 2
black
right
pepper.
here, boy.
And I have another
Good to go?
secret weapon, guys. This is stock, beef stock that I picked up from the store. I put it in a wide saute pan, reduce it with some garlic, thyme, extra love until it becomes kind of thick and syrupy. This is our jus, or beef gravy. And then you just pour it in
Extra low.
Yeah.
and just let
It's an
that simmer
interesting
down.
ingredient.
So let's ready to plate. We're gonna just lay one of the steaks down. Use a bigger one.
You want to use the big one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the internal temperature was 144.
144.
So we got that. Now we just gonna grab our shrimp and mushroom gravy. It was simmered down in the jus. So that's that. And feel free to do some mashed potatoes, garlic bread to serve on the side. And then to top it all off, you add some herbs, some greens to just add some freshness to the dish. Are you a sweet tooth
Yes.
person?
Yes.
Okay, which one? Mango guava or tiramisu? Mango guava? All right, so let's have you plate that. So what I did here, I just grabbed it off the shelf. MegaMart has some really nice fancy pastries and dessert items that you can grab. Like this one, you just take the plastic off, present it, and then you just garnish. Just to
Okay.
kind of jazz it up.
Sure.
Then I have some mangoes here. I just slice them really thinly, or you can just do dices like that. And you just take a spoon, and you can just put on the side and just do like a fanning action here. Just use your fingers and spread them out.
Nice.
So a little garnish tip for you right there. Grab some cream. Finish it off. You can put some here, some on the side.
Fancy.
You know, you can play with it. It's all about just having fun.
Agree.
And then for the tiramisu, same. We have some chocolate sauce that you can grab off the shelf.
So it
A
is.
quick drizzle. You can go drizzle over it like that.
Ooh.
Or you can do
So
like a
pretty to
circular thing. Finish off with some cream on the side. Maybe 1, 2, or 3. Just have fun. We'll have mangoes. Mangoes go well with chocolate as well.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, you can just put some on the side there. On the other side.
Nice.
And you have a celebration on a plate.
So the only thing you need now is a nice easy chair after you eat all of this so you
And a
can
glass
sleep.
of wine
And a
or
glass
beer.
of wine or beer.
Beer or
Sleep.
wine.
I don't drink alcohol at all, so
Okay.
there's something else. But
Me neither.
I agree with those who like to do that. Probably in Jamaica, rum.
I cannot wait to try all of this. Listen, I'm so glad that you were able to join us on this episode. We thank you so much. Remember to follow us on all socials at MegaMart JA. We're going to share the recipe with you. To all the fathers out there from the MegaMart team, happy Father's Day. We love and appreciate you.
And
thank you so much, Sloan,
Thank
for
you guys
joining
so
us
much.
in the
This was
kitchen.
cool. Yeah.
And let us dive into something great. We'll see you.